To find out that the hardest thing you've ever worked on was not selected by the very industry you're trying to break into, well, it makes you wonder, what does Hollywood want? After making 52 puppets for 43 characters, 22 unique locations, 4 motorcycles, 2 fighter jets, hundreds of props, custom artwork, all to tell a story of love and loss and parent-child relationships in adulthood and empathy and cancer and Western cinema that shaped a generation of men to idealize a strong silent type, I wondered, did I do enough? Am I enough? Well, the answers to those questions came in a way that I didn't really expect. I started work on Gruff in 2020, where despite having zero experience in puppetry, animation, or visual effects, I started building a paper world into reality, learning new skills or fumbling through them, or just making some up along the way. Because when you're telling a story that matters to you and that's personal to you, you'll get it done no matter what. This was a story about my dad, and how I wish I'd loved him before he died. And no lack of skill or equipment would stop me from bringing to life what I still had to say to him. Eventually, I started sharing my story and some behind-the-scenes stuff on social media, and slowly but surely, a little community started to develop around the film.
One of the most exciting films this year will be released on YouTube for free. There was no Super Bowl commercial, no Hollywood budget, but there was no film studio to appease or creative compromises to be made. It was just one guy in his garage for almost 3 years creating this animated short film.
Is it animation or is it live puppeteering? It's kinda both?
The more people that joined to follow the progress of the film, the more the fear of disappointing so many of them grew too. But at some point you just have to let go and trust that it might not be the best, but it's your best.
This is for you.
And on March 1st, 2024, it was time to let it go.
Julian, what day is it?
March the 1st, 2024.
And what's happening today?
We're finally releasing Gruff.
16 minutes.
Let's pour some champagne, shall we?
Alright, let's do it.
Guess I
Is that, did you just do that? Or is that already there?
No, it's probably already there. I thought these were glass.
Oh god. You're breaking the internet. You broke the internet!
Oh no! I crashed! Let me just do a refresh. So when your big premiere isn't at some big film festival, it's just at home with a borrowed red carpet, some dollar store balloons, champagne, and your loved ones at your side, and tens of thousands of people still join you nonetheless? Well, it doesn't seem so bad. In the following weeks, I'd be rejected from all but one film festival, but the story wasn't over yet.
My name is Julian Curi. On social media, I go by Righteous Robot. I make paper cut animation films, or I've made one, and it went pretty well, so I'm going to make some more.
I started to get invited to speak at conventions and schools and other film festivals, meeting with the next generation of filmmakers and animators across the country who make art without permission or funding. I received fan art from the film, and even got to collaborate with some huge brands and creators along the way.
Movie making has no shortage of visionaries, and this morning Jonathan Vigliotti introduces us to a filmmaker truly on the cutting edge.
Hey everybody, Adam Savage in my cave. Julian suggested that he and I work together on some figures in his style so he could make a little animated scene of me, and I said yes, and here we go.
At some point I realized that every rejection was being replaced by some greater opportunity. And I stopped asking myself those questions of whether I have what it takes or am I enough, because that void was filled with community. People with real stories of grief or loss that connected to my short story.
We watched Gruff by Righteous Robot. It's okay, I do want to be happy today anyway.
This made me value my relationship with my mom. I value her actions of love so much.
I think that's why we tell stories. Just to connect with people. You don't need permission to find your tribe. You don't need distribution to be yourself. If you have something to say and people to share it with, who cares what Hollywood wants? Hit record, speak your truth, and roll out your own red carpet.